In a quest for better battery life, smartphones have gotten big and bulky. And while a few people are completely fine with the trade-off for better battery life, a few others don't really have a choice. If you don't like big and bulky smartphones, then Vivo has an option for you. And that is the Vivo V20. Just look at it, it's quite sleek. What Vivo claims is that they have shrunk the internal components and used a high density battery. And that results in a thickness that is just 7.38 mm. But has Vivo cut corners elsewhere? Hi, I'm Aditya, you're watching Garage 360 and this is the full review of the Vivo V20. The Vivo V20 is eye-catching and will appeal to those who value design. It is slim and has rounded corners, making it comfortable to hold. You get a 6.44-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with a 20:9 aspect ratio, which is very good for watching videos. Viewing angles are also good and the display gets bright enough when outdoors, although it isn't a high refresh rate panel. You do get an in-display fingerprint scanner for authentication that was quick to unlock the smartphone. The Vivo V20 weighs 171 grams and measures 7.38 mm in thickness. It is available in 3 color variants: Moonlight Sonata, Midnight Jazz and Sunset Melody. I had the Sunset Melody color variant for this review, and as you can see, it has got a gradient pattern at the back. Now, do you like gradient finishes? Let me know that in the comments down below. This particular variant I have here is 1 gram heavier and measures 7.48 mm in thickness. The back panel has been made out of glass and has a matte finish which helps keep fingerprints off the device. However, I found the V20 to be a bit slippery, so I had to reluctantly put the included plastic case on to keep the device safe from accidental drops. In terms of hardware, you get a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G SoC running the show on the Vivo V20, and this is coupled with 8 GB of RAM. There are 2 variants of the Vivo V20. You have the base variant with 128 GB of storage, which is priced at 24,990 rupees, and a higher variant with 256 GB of storage, and that is priced at 27,990 rupees. And I had the 256 GB variant for this review. Performance was good, and I could multitask quite easily on the V20 without any lag or stutter. Gaming performance was decent and the Vivo V20 ran Call of Duty at medium graphics quality and high frame rate by default. I then bumped up the graphic quality up to high and played the game for 20 minutes, which resulted in a 5% battery level drop. The phone was slightly warm to the touch after gaming, but not alarming. Casual games such as Among Us ran fine without any issues. The V20 is among the very few smartphones to run Android 11 out of the box as of now, and it is running Vivo's custom FunTouch OS 11 on top of Google's operating system. I found the UI to be easy to use and did not face any issues. The phone does come with some bloatware pre-installed though, so you get Facebook and V App Store, which is an alternative to the Google Play Store. You get 3 navigation buttons by default, but you can switch to gesture-based navigation. You can also change various animations in the UI. The V20 lock screen pulls different images from the internet by default, and you can shortlist categories or even disable this entirely if required. I did not encounter any spamming notifications during the review period. Vivo has packed in a 4000 mAh battery, which is small compared to the one in the Vivo V19. You also get a 33-watt flash charger bundled in the box for quick charging. I got good battery life from the V20 and it went on for over a day on a single charge without any issues. In our HD video loop test, the smartphone lasted 14 hours and 39 minutes, which is lower than many of the other smartphones available at this price point. Charging is quick with the supplied 33-watt charger, and it could take the Vivo V20 to 55% in 30 minutes and 98% in an hour. Vivo has used a triple camera setup on the V20. So you get a 64 megapixel primary camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera that's also capable of macro photography, and a 2 megapixel mono camera. This camera setup clicks some good shots in sunny conditions. The V20 could also manage good details in these shots with accurate colors. The wide angle camera also managed decent quality, but the output wasn't as sharp as that of the primary camera, and the lack of detail was evident on zooming in. Low light camera performance was good. Photos had little noise and details in brighter areas were decent. Enabling night mode improved the level of details, but the resultant shots weren't necessarily brighter. Portraits had good edge detection, and you do get the option to set the intensity of the blur effect. Close-up shots were crisp with good details and a soft depth effect for the background. The V20 uses its super wide angle camera for macros, and you can get quite close to any subject. Macro shots came out with good details. The Vivo V20 also has a 44 megapixel selfie shooter with Eye Autofocus. This feature ensures that your eyes are in sharp focus in selfies. Daylight selfies were sharp with accurate colors and good details. Portrait selfies are possible, and you can set the level of blur before taking a selfie. The AI detects faces even with the mask on. Low light selfies with a light source nearby had good detail. Video recording tops out at 4K for the primary as well as the selfie shooter. Footage shot in 4K as well as 1080p was stabilized. There was an occasional shimmer in the footage recorded in daytime while moving around. The V20 has a super anti-shake feature that helps stabilize video by cropping into the primary sensor, but the output is limited to 1080p. Video shot in low light had a shimmer effect in both 1080p as well as 4K video resolutions. Vivo has gone with a new naming strategy with this smartphone instead of its usual sequence of odd numbers. This shows the different approach it has taken with the V20. It is not directly comparable to its predecessors, instead focusing more on design. If you value looks over other aspects in a smartphone, the Vivo V20 will appeal to you. It is well designed and feels premium to the touch. Vivo's strategy has limited the battery capacity on the V20, and while it offers decent battery life, alternatives such as the Galaxy M51 offers significantly better battery performance. General performance is decent, but when you look at alternatives like the OnePlus Nord for example, it has better hardware as well as 5G connectivity and is available at roughly the same price. So the design is the only element that's going for the Vivo V20 then. So that was my full review of this Vivo V20. What do you think about this smartphone? Let me know that in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to gadgets360.com.